All right, guys, listen, this video right here is one you seriously need to lock into because it's about to completely change how you handle things when a woman starts acting distant. All right, but before we dive in, make sure you're subscribed because we're building something real here, aiming straight for that 1,000 subs mark, and we'll be there in no time, dropping videos daily. So let's get into it. Let me tell you a quick story, man. A while back, I was dating this girl, and dude, everything felt perfect at first. You know how it goes, right? We're vibing, having fun, connecting. Then out of nowhere, she just starts to pull back. She starts pulling away. And yeah, I did exactly what you might be doing right now. You know, overthinking every single text, obsessing, Googling how to win her back, right? I went deep down those self-improvement rabbit holes, bro, like no other. I was just thinking that, you know, somehow just me doing this, it would solve everything. And I spent a ton of time obsessing over it. But here's what hit me. One night, I was thinking, and man, this hit me hard. Chasing this woman was actually just making me weak. It was making me desperate. And to be honest, unattractive, right? I remember sitting there thinking, is this really who I want to be? And that was my first turning point. I decided then and there, no more desperation, just straight up prioritizing myself and knowing my worth. And the first thing you need to understand is there's basically two ways you can handle a situation like this, right? You've got the beta reaction where you're obsessing, chasing, begging. And then there's the alpha reaction, I guess, right? I don't really like these words, but I'm trying to, you know, separate it for you so you can understand, kind of paint the picture. So the alpha reaction is where you simply prioritize yourself first, always, no matter what. And you know your worth. You focus on your growth, your own goals, your life, and you move forward without hesitation, no matter what. So here's a analogy that made it click for me. Think about managing a project at work, right? So if one of your team members stopped, you know, contributing or they became unreliable, you wouldn't sit there begging them to come back, right? Would you? No, of course. You'd go find someone else who could do the job. It's practical. It respects your standards. And most importantly, it respects yourself. This alpha approach works because it protects your mental health, bro, and your emotional well-being. You're not caught in desperation or emotional chaos. It also paradoxically makes you more attractive to women. Women instinctively respond to men who clearly respect themselves and aren't afraid to show it, right? Now, one of the strongest moves you can make in this situation is to master the art of walking away. And I have a video on, you know, mastering the art of detachment. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. But walking away isn't about playing games. It's not manipulation. It's about genuinely respecting yourself enough to remove yourself from situations that don't align with your value, right? And by stepping back, you create space. And this often leads her to recognize your value on her own terms. But you have to remember, when you do this, genuinely reclaim your energy and put it towards your own purpose, right? We're not manipulating. We're not playing games. This isn't dating tactics. It's just about protecting your energy and respecting yourself. So stop wasting time and energy trying to fix this woman's uncertainty. You have to choose yourself. And this is how you naturally become more attractive, not just to her, but in general, right? And people are naturally drawn to individuals who clearly value themselves. So let's quickly touch on some of the, I'm just checking my notes here. I want to quickly touch on some common traps that you should avoid when she starts pulling away, okay? So you don't want to act needy. There's no clinging, begging, or blowing up her phone, right? So I remember this one girl several years back, and this happened to me, a handful of times before I finally started to learn. This one girl I had been dating for a few months. I was way too over the top with her. I was texting her back right away. I was making her the center of my world. And did this woman have issues? Yeah, she did. She was also, a few years younger than me. At the time, I was about 28 or so, and she was like, 25 or something like that. And when she wanted to break up with me, well, first of all, I was always pushing me a relationship agenda. Like within 3 months, super early on. This was when I was hardcore. I was hardcore blue pilled at this point. And when she wanted to break up, I was like distressed over it. I was getting anxiety. I was sending her like massive long texts and everything, and then she just wouldn't respond. Completely ghosted me. I'm sure you've done this before, right? But I don't want you to completely shut down emotionally with this situation, right? Because that's just fear controlling you. And definitely don't fake like you don't care, because at the end of the day, people can see right through that. It's all that shit is washed, okay? If you genuinely like someone, you can express that you like and care about that person if you're interested. If it's reciprocal, do you know what I mean? So you don't want to fake that you don't like someone and play all these kinds of bullshit games. But instead, what you should actually do is just pause, take a step back from the situation, objectively assess the whole entire situation, like zoom out, right? Sometimes in life we have to zoom out, and then communicate clearly and confidently about your standards and expectations, right? You have to maintain strong, healthy boundaries with people in your life in general without becoming defensive or confrontational, okay? Ultimately, always be genuinely willing to walk away from the situation. And this willingness to do that is your greatest strength. And you should never compromise your self-respect for temporary approval or attention. And women inherently respect men who respect themselves first. I mean, and this can work for, guys as well. It goes both ways, right? But if this is hitting home right now, I want you to go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you're going through, what your situation is. If you've got a woman who's ghosted you, if she's acting distant, she's pulling back, let me know. I try to read all the comments and get to them when I can, but that's really it. I wanted to keep this video, fairly concise today and just as actionable as possible. You have to own your worth. You have to know what your standards are and clearly define your boundaries as well. And we don't chase anyone. We attract, we never chase. And we have to know our worth. So think about this right now. I want you to imagine a few months from now, you wake up confident, clear-headed, completely in control of your emotions and your value. You're not trapped in confusion or desperation anymore, but instead, you're genuinely respected, attractive, and valued, coming from a genuine place. This isn't just a fantasy. This can absolutely be your reality starting today. But it starts with you knowing who you are, knowing your boundaries and what's acceptable in your life. So anyway, if that message hit today, like the video, comment down below, let me know what you're going through, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.